Hello, everybody. Hopefully this video turns out exactly as I planned. If not, then oh well. So I wanted to start. I normally would do this as a Facebook Live video, but this year, just with the way that things are looking with the club and our Facebook activity, and I mean, there's not really much out there, so I figured it might be better just to present this video, and then if people wanted to discuss and talk about other things later, you could comment in the Facebook post, comments below. So I figured maybe this would be a better route than trying to do it live. But yeah, I wanted to discuss a few things on the agenda, as you can see on the side over there. So I want to discuss current state of the club, and then we'll talk about some upcoming events that we have planned, and then future state of the club past June 2021. Before I get started too, if anybody finds this video enjoyable, or if you would just like to donate to the club to help us out, you can visit us at blackswampgamers.org/contact, and there is a donate button at the very top there, and then it'll take you right to PayPal, and then you don't even have to log in or have an account or anything. You can donate as a guest, and then donate at your leisure. So yeah, the first thing that I want to talk about here, current state, is about our closings. So back in March, or February, March, when COVID first hit, we had to close our doors fairly abruptly, because obviously just the explosion of COVID cases came, and we wanted to keep our members safe. So we closed then. We were able to come up with a plan to help our members still enjoy board games, and we came up with our curbside pickup system. And then a few months went by, things seemed to get a little better, so we reopened the doors, and we were just limiting the amount of people that came into the club by only allowing 8 total people. So that would be like 4 per table essentially, and then we have it split up to where 4 people can game in the front of the club, and then 4 in the back. Everybody's required to wear masks. If you have any symptoms, then we ask that you don't come and play. But yeah, the things seemed to go pretty good for a while doing that, and then again, just recently, the numbers started to skyrise again. Halloween came, I'm assuming, and school started, so kids bringing the virus home and whatnot. So we decided it was best again for the club to just close up again, to where we know we're not part of the problem. And we don't want our members to enjoy one game to then have like possible months of sickness and feeling under the weather and whatnot. So yeah, it was tough that we had to close our doors again, but we felt it was necessary. So during this, we're gonna hopefully reopen about mid-December. We'll see what the numbers look like then. We might extend a little further. And this time around, we're not giving our members an extra free month, because now that we do have the curbside pickup set up, we would hope that our members will utilize that and keep us in mind when you come back then. And once it seems like there's a virus around the corner, or a vaccine around the corner, so hopefully in the coming months things will get better, and then we'll be able to open up again. But so yeah, that's the current COVID situation. When we are able to open our doors back up, we do have a change in our scheduling. We do want to. There's a survey that we posted out there a couple weeks ago with actually a lot of response that I was surprised at, because usually we don't get too many responses back. But we were able to get a head count essentially that Sundays seemed to be the better day that people could make it to the club. So whenever we do open again, we are going to change our scheduling to be allowing Fridays to be more so for the larger games, like we used to do the Sunday signups. We'll set that up then to where Friday will be the day that you can list a game that people could come and play strictly just that one game for however many hours you want, where you can put the tables together. And then Saturdays, 2 to 8 is still the same, and then I think Sunday will be similar, but possibly more so like 12 to 5, 12 to 6. We're not entirely sure on the timing yet, but um, yeah, we want to let you all know that Sundays are going to be available for people to come after church or after you're done having your usual Sunday breakfast, brunch, and come play games with us. Along with those Sundays, we used to do Scrabble Sunday. It was about once a month because my mother likes playing Scrabble. And again, COVID hit, and those kind of went under the radar for a while. But we're gonna hopefully try and bring those back. Obviously, Scrabble does not take much of any instruction to play. As long as you know how to spell words, for the most part, you're more than welcome. I'm pretty sure we're gonna open those up to public. If anybody would like to come play, you don't have to be a member of the club. Just come on a Sunday. We just ask that you keep an eye on the Facebook page for when those happen, and then again, we have two Scrabble. They're on like Lazy Susan, so they spin around. So essentially, we could play two games of 8, which would be our max until those restrictions change. But yeah, we're gonna try and get our Scrabble Sundays back up and running, and then lastly, for new days, we had contemplated like a Magic the Gathering day once a month as well with one of our members who has information or who has experience with running like drafts and just large amounts of Magic the Gathering people. When we first started the club, this was something that we wanted to do anyways, because we know Magic is a huge part of a lot of tabletop gaming areas and retail stores. So, for example, Old School Gaming and Frogtown Hobbies, they all have, I think they call them like draft days. I'm personally not a Magic player, but I know they have these days where they will pay pay towards opening of like these packs to get cards, I guess, and they call it a draft. And then I think there's other tournaments that they do as well. So what we would like to do is I'd say not per se like do a draft, but maybe more so helping people with the cards that they currently have, and getting better at their style of deck and whatnot with other members or other friends. So because we don't want to steer people away from those retail shops. We want you guys to go spend locally. Go buy at Frogtowns, go buy at Old School, Checkmate, and all those different areas in the Toledo Game Room. Buy from them, and then when they're not open, we want you to come play them with us for a while, and then take what you've learned from us and go back and beat them in tournaments there. So yeah, those are some things that we have on the agenda. The current, let's see, membership total. So currently, we have 17 paid members. 5 of those people are what we consider limited. We call them partners, partner membership, where they're paying $200 or more, which then comes to, so all the money that comes in from the memberships goes into our bank account. The club has its own bank account, and we have roughly about $2,300 in there. Currently, as of November, we have one more month that is already paid in December, and then we have to pay the last 6 months from January to end of May. So that total is about 2,000-ish. So that would only then leave us about 300 some dollars back in our bank account left. So again, those are rough numbers. I don't have exacts. If you would like exact numbers, again, feel free to reach out to us and we'll get those to you. But that's currently where the club sits. A lot of our members, their renewal dates, because of the pushback from COVID when we gave everybody some free months, it's now, I think, just about July, August when people are re-upping their accounts. So that's where a bulk of our income then comes from. We we don't sell any board games. We don't sell any kind of service other than a membership for community and club, and then in return, we provide our members with the checkout system where any of the games that are in the club can be checked out at any time. Um, and yeah, so that's the current state of the club. Um, some upcoming events that we have planned. So in the past, we had done things for our anniversary date in June, like providing a raffle for a video game, or for a raffle for a board game. That in the past it was Gloomhaven, or I think we even just did some other casual games that we raffled off. And then this year, instead of doing a board game, we decided to make gift baskets because we came to the conclusion that the board games are going to be very specific on who wants them. So our numbers then weren't very high at selling these raffle tickets. So this year we're doing something a little different. We made two baskets. We made a family basket and family game night basket, and then I guess you can call it more of like an avid gamer basket. The family basket will have more family-friendly games, a bag of candy, some popcorn and puppy chow, some gift certificates for Netflix, and a couple other goodies in there. And then for the gamer basket, we have things like a neoprene game mat and card sleeves and a gift certificate to one of our local retail shops and whatnot. So each of them are, they're are going to be pre-wrapped and all sanitized and whatnot. And what we would like to do is we'd like to try and sell these raffle tickets, hopefully to then draw a winner by just before Christmas. So then people could use them as a Christmas gift if they wanted to give them away too. So yeah, we have that gift basket raffle that we're going to do. And then secondly, which we've done every year since we've been at that location, we are going to do a cookie sale again this Christmas. Slightly different though. So obviously we don't want people just walking around and picking up cookies and contaminating possibly. So this year we are going to pre-make all our cookies. We're gonna pre-make boxes, I guess, and they're gonna be half-pound boxes. And these half-pound boxes will go for $4 each. So if you want a full pound, then it's $8 for two boxes then. And in each box will be an assortment of all the stuff that we're cooking, that we're baking, which I think right now it's looking like honey cookies, snickerdoodles, just regular chocolate chip, some cereal bars, and two or three other items. So we're going to try and put these all as much as we can up to a half pound into each box, and then sell those off. And again, all the money from the cookie sale just goes right into the club account that we use towards either supplies or towards the rent and whatnot for the space. So pricing, the gift baskets, we're gonna. It's not really selling. We have to more so say donate. So if you donate $5 towards the baskets, it will give you one ticket that you can put towards either basket. Or you can do $20 to get you 5 tickets. And then for the cookies, again, it's going to be $4 per box, and that's just one flat rate. So, so yeah, that's pretty much all we have right now because we didn't want to plan too far in advance in case like COVID really screwed us up again. We can't do anything, so we're not sure what's to come in January, February. Normally we would do conventions starting about February, March. Local conventions like University of Toledo does BashCon and Bowling Green does Anna Marathon, but I think those are going to be on hold again, so we'll see. We also aren't doing obviously because the club's closed, but we're not doing our public days. We're only allowing members into the clubhouse right now. But again, with the like if we can start doing the Scrabble Sundays, then we'll probably start doing the public days again too. Just again, one Saturday a month that anybody can come in from the street and play whatever game they want and get information about us. Okay, so last part that I want to discuss here is the future state of the club, and this topic is going to be um, touchy, I guess. Over the next couple months, as I had mentioned, actually, let's rewind a bit. The membership totals. So currently we have our 17 members, which um, is good because we know these people are, most of them are, they understand the situation we're in. Unfortunately, because of the way that we pay our rent and or the timing of when we pay our rent and when our renewals come, this year we're looking to be a little short. So in the past, and again with COVID too, we've had some decline in membership, which is understandable because everybody's had a hard time this year. Some people have lost jobs, collecting unemployment, and you just got to save every bit of money. We completely understand. We'd rather you put the money towards things that you need for you to stay, living and happy, and we will hopefully still be here. But yeah, but with the decline in our membership totals, we haven't been able to accumulate the totals to get us over that balance point of retaining the club past June. Our lease is up in June, June 1st, and what we're looking to try and do is we need to I don't have exact numbers for this either, but I was hoping that by end of March, if we can't get our numbers up high enough, then unfortunately we'll probably have to make the decision of keeping the club closed after June. Um, which in that point, what we would do is we would adjust how the memberships work. We would still be a community and a group that we could meet up at like local shops or do other local events. That we would post online, like, hey, let's everybody meet here if you can, or let's meet at somebody's house, and we'll post about it on our Facebook page. But um, unfortunately, yeah, we'd have to give up the clubhouse location that we have in Pellers Alley. So in order to avoid that, we'd have to get our numbers up. We have to hopefully provide something to our members currently to keep the ones that we have, and then try and figure out how we can entice or even, I guess, persuade by new members by providing something that they may want. Again, we know it's hard to want to come game because we can't all physically meet, but if we could um, find those people that really um, really enjoy board gaming and understand what we're trying to do too. Um, because none of us are paid to be at the club, and all the money that is generated goes right back into it to try and make that space as enjoyable and fun for all the members. So yeah, if we can, that's kind of like my plea for help. um, I know in the coming months too, we're going to be coming up on um, officer seats renewals for our structure, and I think what we're going to try and do is come up with some kind of recruitment, specifically a recruitment officer. And I have some people in mind that I'd like to discuss that with. But um, if we can find, I think our problem in the past is that while we advertise a lot and there's a lot of word of mouth, because a lot of the advertising we've done has been just from other people saying, "Hey, have you heard of this club?" We've never actually had people come back from any of the flyers that we've had or any of the month or the weekend or monthly game guest passes that we've handed out. We haven't received too many of those, and we don't get too many people just inquiring from the restaurant other than, "Hey, do you sell games?" "No, we don't." "Oh, okay, bye." um, but I was thinking along the lines of if we can get us a specific person that is of an officer status with the club, um, hopefully, and their only task would be to help generate membership. I think we're gonna try and explore that route, and hopefully it's not too late. I know between now and February is actually a really short amount of time. It'll fly by faster than we think, but um, I'm hoping within that time frame we can come up with somebody that Either I can appoint for the time being until we make the position official for voting in May, but that's just, I guess, one idea that I had about trying to get our membership numbers up. And again, if you're a member and you know friends that would enjoy the club, definitely say something and let them know hey, if you want to play board games with anybody besides me, and come on up to the club sometime, and then any of us officers that are opening could give them information. Sorry about the dog. Or just let us know either through Facebook, and I can get information to the people that way too. But yeah, I think I'm hoping that the rest of this year is going to be good. The rest of this club year up to June. If it doesn't happen the way we want it, then it is what it is. It's not like the world is going to be over because of it. But we'll have to change a little bit on how we do things then, and hopefully in the future then learn from what we've done in the past to help us grow better in the future. So yeah, I think that's kind of all I got to talk about. I think that was about a good 20-minute discussion. Again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to leave your comments either in the YouTube channel, where I think I can post this to, or in the Facebook chat or Facebook comments, where I'm definitely going to post a link to this too. So, as I always finish any of my posts, to stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. We're all in it together. And happy gaming. Thanks, everyone.